light and feathery. Come on, guys. You guys don't know what's going on, huh? Get you some more meat. Bite me. Trying to bite me.
So they were just born this morning?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Couple hours old. They're bigger than I thought. Okay, day 2. The ducklings had a real good night. Woke up early this morning and, well, we checked on them a couple of times during the night, but they were all huddled together, sleeping pretty good. Just gave them some fresh water and looks like everyone's doing pretty good. Still kind of afraid of the giant here, but so we got 2 heat lamps set up here, so they got plenty of warmth. You want to give them, I believe, 98 degrees. You want the heat to be about 98 degrees, and they'll go toward the heat, and then if they get too warm, they'll go to the middle of the tub here. So we went with this type water here. It's not going to work for more than probably, maybe a week, because I don't think they're going to be able to get their heads in. But again, ducks are really messy with the water. The way they drink and they splash, they get their whole head wet, and so they're going to kill the wood chips here. So what I did, I put just a little absorbent cloth here, trying to help out a little bit, but we're gonna have to give them obviously a bigger water, because I don't think they're gonna be able to stick their heads in to drink. So these are we've got 20 females, so these are going to be egg layers. They're called khaki Campbells. They're one of the best breeds for egg laying. You can see when they're babies, they're this color here, and I believe they're going to stay this color, maybe turn about this shade of brown. Now the Peking ducks we have, if we were to get those as ducklings, those are yellow, and a lot of times that's what people associate little ducklings are, the little yellow birds. But these are super cute. I think everyone had a real good night, so they're eating good, drinking good. You see one over in the, she's trying to get her beauty rest over there. So it's amazing that the instincts that these ducklings have. I mean, as soon as we put them in here, you know, I dipped one of their bills in the water, and after that they went to town drinking. So, and then once they found out where the food was, so their instincts are really good. Just being a couple days, a couple of hours old when we put them in here yesterday, and they really don't need a whole lot of room. Even ducks really like to stay together and huddle up. So they really don't need a whole lot of room. Yeah, they like to venture off every now and then on their own, but for the most part, they like to be huddled up together. It's not that they're cold, it's just an instinct with ducks. I think it's maybe protection from predators. they are definitely cute little girls. So we'll give you another update here in a day or two. Hey everyone, day 7 with the ducklings. They've about doubled in size. I just cleaned out their bedding, which we have to do about twice a day. This is their feed here, so what they do is they eat and then they'll go right away and they'll drink water and they'll splash around and shake their heads and splash water everywhere and food, so it gets a little messy. I made this little contraption here with the water and put a tin pan underneath, and I made this wooden frame here, so it does catch a lot of the water, but they'll walk off and then they'll shake about and get water elsewhere, but for the most part it's doing pretty good. They've about doubled in size, so everybody seems pretty healthy and happy. They're gonna outgrow this tub here probably in about another week, so I'm gonna have to come up with a either another tub or some sort of crate, something along those lines. But everyone's healthy and happy, so we'll give you another update here in about a week. All right, day 9. We had to move the ducklings out here. They're just getting out of the tub and making a mess in the living room there. So we went ahead, I built this little protection for them here. Got a couple of heat lamps, got their feeder, got a couple of waterers. Earlier I had a big commercial type water and they totally was going crazy with that, all that water. So I'm just gonna, until I come up with a better contraption, this is how it's got to be for now. So, but yeah, they all survived the night. And the cool thing was the Peking ducks made a nest here this morning right by the ducklings. So I guess that's some sort of motherly thing that they're delete. So I guess that's some sort of motherly instinct. So I think that's a good sign. But yeah, they're doing, like I said, they've doubled in size just in this 9 days here. Everybody's happy and healthy. When we first put them in here, I wish I would have recorded it. They were playing tag with each other, running around all crazy. So they definitely like it in here. They're right near the Peking. So I mean, they definitely have all the instincts of a duck, though. They eat and then they run over there and drink. One does something first, the other ones follow. So there. This is their second time that we're attempting to introduce them to swimming. So they're just over 3 weeks old, and you can see they've, I don't know, quadrupled in size. I think they really like being out into the bigger area here now. We're still going to wait another couple of days before we introduce them with the hens and the ducks. The Pekings are just so heavier that they may accidentally step on them or something along those lines. So these are khaki Campbells. They're really good layers. They should start developing the oil in their feathers here, I think, within the next week or so, maybe. That's why you really want to be careful when, 2 or 3 day old, even a week old ducklings get wet. They can get waterlogged pretty easily because their feathers aren't waterproof yet. So, but they're definitely old enough now where they can get wet and try to count them again. Oh, okay. So you can see how they preen themselves even with just a little bit of water. It's just an instinct they have. Girls are silly. Alright, so everyone had their little bath and we're coming in to get warm. So I've got a heat lamp on them and we're pretty good about, got some fresh shavings in there. So they are liking things right now, that is for sure. So I'll give you another update here in a little while.
Alright, first duck outing, duckling outing.
No. Please.
They kind of know each other, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so the khaki Campbells are about 5 weeks old now. First time they're getting introduced to the outside. They've been in the barn in their own separate pen for the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And now they're outside for the first time. We did attempt to put them in the little kiddie pool about when they were 2 weeks old, but we were unsuccessful. So now we're filling that up. We're gonna see if they want to go for a swim here in a bit. So this is all new to them. Look over here, the Ducklings are just taking their afternoon nap. So like I said, they're right next to each other, so they've seen each other, and the Pekings have actually been laying their eggs, or half of their eggs that we get out of them, right near, well, they've been making their nest right where the ducklings sleep at night. So hopefully that's a good sign and there's no confrontation. The hens can be pretty aggressive at times, but they already came and scoped them out, so they're over there doing their dust bathing and enjoying the afternoon. Okay, we're gonna see who's the first to go in.
Can you repeat that? I have the microphone blocked suddenly.
Alright, that was the first one in.
It's like that one that went in is trying to get back in. Well, come on, you can get in. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. It's on now. Once one does something.
Except for one that went in.
I don't know.
Might be. I don't see any others. Really, yeah.
right, so we have some happy ducklings, ducks, and hens. Comes one of the hens to investigate. But, yeah, life is good at Paverno Farm.